What's up guys, it is That Pain again. I'm here again with another video, and today we're going to be talking about this Archipeligo raid that we had recently. It was one of my most chaotic ones. I probably spent the most amount of resources between my accounts on this event than I have in probably any other event. Like, I swear it was well over like 10 billion resources. I swear we were going crazy. It was a tough fight. And these were obviously the most expensive points I've ever earned either. I mean, as well, because just fighting whales like this, or like a whale like this, rogue, non-stop all event. That dude was relentless. You know, him and Crypt were absolute monsters. So we're going to talk about this. At the start there, you did see that was a scavenger fight. The only team that showed up was actually Jade, which was really weird. And this is going to actually become a common theme throughout the whole island, which, you know, Jade was the only team showing up. And if they did, you know, we just had overwhelming numbers because us and our allies did show up to those, you know, scavengers. And I don't understand why Azure didn't show up. I did hear that their Legion was less active. Maybe this attributed to it. Maybe the actual like alliances that were active just decided our team's not showing up. Why will we show up? You know, it's not worth it for us. So that's kind of the only conclusion I can mostly come to. But you do see here we have some tough fights with Jade here. We were fighting near a checkpoint, and honestly, this whole fight in itself was a big miscalculation on our team. I freaking woke up. And our original plan, I literally talked this out in the leadership chat, so I don't know why we had built on the outside of the checkpoint. We had planned to build up to the checkpoint and wait, right? Wait and time our fights, right? Time our push, etc., which we still do end up doing. We end up timing our push and finally getting, we cut them off 2 times, right? We cut them off 2 times because we timed our pushes for that. But in this case, it was just very confusing because it was like, we planned not to push yet. You know, we didn't plan to build out, and I freaking wake up to this fight. And, you know, if we didn't wake up to this, you know, we might have gotten these like towers dropped down really quick because we were putting some crazy field work in, and it was extremely painful, dude. My hospital bills were killing me. And honestly, ideally, I probably just shouldn't have shown up to this fight and just been like, you know what? F this, let's wait it out. Let's wait for better fights that are kind of more in our favor. They do end up stopping for a while. You know, we do, you know, kind of get them to stop fighting us for a little while because I think they just saw we were kind of relentless on the field. And it was kind of like, all right, let's wait them out. Let's wait till they're kind of less active, which, to be fair, them doing that, I think, did kind of play out in their favor. And even if they didn't, I do think that we would eventually have gotten exhausted here. We had like very few teleport spots and stuff, and kind of very little room to work with over here. But even then, you know, they were really having to handle us on the field, and I think it was kind of very costly for them. Whereas if they just waited it out, they could have kind of saved themselves a bit of the cost. So overall, you know, I'm not really sure how I felt about this fight. We did have some good kind of plays here. I remember there was even one time where a rogue, right? He was the main garrison on the garrison that we were connected to. He actually accidentally recalled his garrison when he was going up mid. He was going up, not mid, sorry. He was going to the level 7 to, you know, kill scavengers. And what ended up happening is he tried to airdrop home. And I noticed he was running to the airdrop, right? Because he accidentally pulled out, and we went in for a swarm. We swarmed the tower to hell, right? And they did end up saving it. But it was crazy because, you know, he did try to airdrop back so he could be able to fight, or I guess he could be able to fill the tower, which, you know, he did end up getting his garrison home because it was much closer to, you know, his base, obviously. But I ended up airdropping my dut, right? And I just started tapping all like 3 or 4 of his marches that kept trying to airdrop back. So what ended up happening is he'd have to focus me and then I'd run away. And then he'd try to airdrop again. And I think he noticed that I was just trying to stop him and delay him. So he just ended up deciding to kind of take the long route home. And I know that was like such a small little thing, but I was so proud of it at the time. It was such a nice accomplishment for me. That being said, we do have a crazy hold here. I know this is going to be an unrelated kind of topic, but there was a, you know, crazy whale here called Crypt, and this dude fought like a maniac. I do want to say he attacked us at our checkpoint multiple times at the beginning of the event. He did it throughout the like event itself, you know, running through mid to run to our checkpoint so we could get swarmed. He like, the only player I can really compare him to with how he was fighting was Save Me. And honestly, given how much he was able to heal everything, like I think 30% of this dude's points had to be like his own injuries. That dude was an absolute maniac, but I got to give it to him because he slowly chipped us down, even playing recklessly like that. And he still got like second in the War Meets War, right? So overall, like, that dude was an absolute beast. And, you know, he's stacking in might, so he's like 300 million might. So he could swarm these towers if he wanted, though. I think he's a bit smarter than, you know, just like ego swarming the towers. He knows better. Also, Crypt, if you're watching this video, dude, fix up your lineups, because I noticed, and I think he did fix it kind of mid event, but I noticed like when he started initially fighting us, he was using heroes like Cynthia, right? Like he was leading Cynthia into like 5v5s against us. Another tip I would want to give someone like, him, because he's a mega whale. If you're gonna whale fight, like let's say near our checkpoint. I know he only did this in the beginning of the event where he kind of missed down the 50%, and I don't know if he just wasn't paying attention, but he ran up to our checkpoint at least 3 to 4 times, and he didn't even have a 50% expansion activated, right? He's getting swarmed out by 10 plus guys. Having a 50% expansion like a whale at that size, it's kind of a need and a must to like make sure you're maximizing your trades, and not doing that is just like a big loss. And like I don't know, like he's a big whale, so he can, even if he just has to gym by the 50%, it's better to play like that instead of running 25% expansions and getting swarmed out on enemy checkpoint. But you do see right here, he runs like Cynthia and stuff when swarming, like Cynthia Felix. That really hurt my eyes. Either way, it was a really good fight. These guys put us through hell and back. I honestly got exhausted so freaking quickly, and I was playing by hand, honestly. I could barely heal, and well, I have the resources, but I was like, is it really worth healing to ego fight these guys, keep swarming the rallies out and stuff? And I know like swarming rallies is for whales. I kind of do it, I kind of don't. It depends on like if I'm swarming with Big Daddy, right? Like I need a whale swarming with me, or if the rally is a much smaller player, like someone maybe my size or something, I can get relatively good trades. And obviously these swarms are kind of necessary to build up momentum for your team and stuff. I know like that's not really something people think about a lot, but building up momentum, keeping players on the field, all that. And I do want to say here, while we're looking at this footage, this is Azure and Gold having a fight. Honestly, I feel like Gold really could have traded better than they did. You'll see here a lot of their rallies, they just die. They let a lot of them die to counter rallies and stuff. This not only fills their hospitals from those counter rallies, this makes their trades on the tower itself extremely bad, and they really needed to do better at canceling those. And even just like once like your main tank rally, right? If that rally gets canceled, or if that rally is getting shredded, you need to cancel it, reset, and then you reset all three of the rallies, right? They would do this a lot where they would cancel one, and then like one rallies or both of the other two rallies are still going, and then their trades are really bad because frankly, Z's garrison is so good that you have to play around that. You have to play with that mindset, right? You have to make sure you have that one tank rally and you have those two damage dealing rallies. You also got to remember these guys only have one tower worth of teleports that these guys can teleport up to. So all you have to do is exhaust these people, and if you're active enough, block off the people coming through checkpoint and trying to reinforce, because at that point, they're not going to be able to keep this tower full. Or if they do keep it full, they're going to be exhausting their main fighters, and their main fighters aren't going to be the ones on the field. Overall, I feel like this definitely could have been played better. You do see here some really good trades, but if they kept doing this and kept doing the cancel thing, they could have definitely traded better. I think they kind of were egoing and pushing really hard. And sometimes I'm confused. I'm thinking like, is this because the whales are busy and they need to get to work or something, or they need to get offline quickly and they're just trying to make big pushes? But at the end of the day, what is this really going to do for your Legion? If you're just making them trade like this, they're going to get absolutely shat on, and they're not going to be able to make comebacks later. So it's low-key better if, like, worst case scenario, if your whales need to get offline, everybody just back up, right, and wait for your whales to get back on and coordinate better. Like, that's like if that's not the reason, then like you can play it slow, right, and you can just keep doing the cancel strategy, because eventually you're gonna take down your enemy and you're gonna just maximize your trades. I mean, you see here even this range rally just coming in solo, no tank rally right there. I mean, they did cancel, but it just hurts to watch. We do kind of do a counter-offensive here. We did notice that Jade was kind of getting less active, and we were trying to push as much as we could. Rogue was being very annoying on the field. We couldn't keep this dude down. He's too much of a freaking whale, bro. Either way, one thing we actually had a problem here in Prime, right? Big Daddy is obviously our main rally captain here, and we have a guy called Tester. And I think he renamed himself to like Big Black Click or something. If you know, you know. But he could have tanked for us, but I don't think he was like active enough to, obviously always tank. And if he was, I feel like our timing on rallies was just really bad. Our communication honestly could have been better. And if we just had him tanking more, obviously his rally itself wouldn't trade positive. And if it did, it wouldn't be extremely positive. And that's like one of our biggest faults. But if we had like a proper tank, this would have made our trades exponentially better, right? We were trading 1-for-1 on our main rally captain, which is Big Daddy. And the thing is, we can't have other like normal players tanking, right? Like if you have a normal guy with like, infantry tanking on this tower, even if you're like, oh, well, we have this we have Big Daddy's rally going ham, right? Yeah, that rally is going to be trading extremely well, but if that infantry rally is not trading well, who's going to want to fill it, right? That's one of the biggest issues I normally face, or I kind of think about when I'm kind of in these fights. It's like, yeah, you want a, really strong kind of infantry rally, tanking or whatever, but like, if it's not trading well, like I said, nobody's gonna want to fill that thing. That's one of the biggest issues I've always kind of came across. But either way, it did work out in the end. This push obviously failed. I'm not sure how soon after this push that they started rallying us. I'm not sure if it was right after, so we might have actually like initiated our downfall right here. But they do end up pushing us and stuff, and we obviously fail because we can't keep defending for too long. Our activity, I'm not sure how good it was, and even if our activity was good, going on the defensive versus rogue was just really, really tough. Our garrisons didn't really match up to his rally, and overall this was like it was kind of a pointless defense for us. And I will show this in my next video probably, but we did a lot of plays where what we did was we eventually recognized, once we pushed them, I think, to their checkpoint or around their checkpoint, they ended up coming back online, right? When Rogue woke up, he started doing this push, right? He started doing this, he started rallying us, and we were getting shredded on garrison. I think we recognized, hey, we're not going to be able to hold this, and even if we do hold this, it's going to be terrible for us. It doesn't make sense for us to keep going. Let's just give up this front. We're going to back up, and we can just decide what we want to do next time, right? So what we ended up doing is we would keep emptying the tower out every single time Rogue's rally hit. And then once the next rally that was supposed to be timed with it came in, we would throw a garrison in there and we would quickly fill the tower. And you might be like, well, what does this really do? Well, the thing is, Rogue is the one guy that we don't want to take a rally from. He's just too strong, right? And these other rallies, they're still solid, right? They're still, pretty decent. But these are just normal T6 versus a whale garrison, right? So, and what we ended up doing is we started running range garrisons. So we melted the rallies extremely fast, just quick damage. So these guys were, hitting the tower, and they'd get like 1 of 3 trades or 1 of 4 trades. And this was something that we milked for a little while. And it honestly worked way better than I thought. I thought at some point they would stop doing that. But at the same time, when you really think about it, it's hard not to throw multiple rallies at the tower and try to time them together and make sure it keeps burning. Because if you just, say, oh, let's just send Rogue now. What if we just decide to garrison the tower and just hold while only 1 rally hits? It's kind of hard to make a kind of make a plan for that. The best thing they can really do is be on top of canceling those rallies ASAP the second they notice that, oh, Rogue's rally just hit and burn it. Okay, let's cancel our rallies. Frankly, that's kind of the best you can really do to get around what we were doing. And we were playing really sneaky. I'm not going to say we weren't. We were playing extremely sneaky, and it worked out for us. Either way, that's really it to what I wanted to show you guys. I'm probably going to play a little bit of, music at the end here. And yeah, I honestly wanted to hear what you guys think. This was a really good Archipeligo raid. I will be showing maybe 1 or 2 more videos. And this is kind of the least interesting video to me. It was just like mostly us fighting near our checkpoint for a little while, and we ended up giving this up. I think the most interesting part of Archipeligo raid was how we had the tug of war for like a day or two, right? Or not a day or two. We had it for the whole week basically. This was just the first start, and we started doing constant pushes near this checkpoint. And the second Rogue was asleep, we finally pushed them back because Rogue was like our ultimate obstacle. This dude was a night owl, you know what I mean? So we were struggling fighting him, but it ended up paying off. Either way, I hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope you guys have a great day or night though, and I will see you guys in the next video. That is about it. Peace out.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have a ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough. I wanna live right now. Baby, I'm as young as the night. I wanna dance right now. On the floor, I feel so alive. Don't stop, turn it up. 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 Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We're going hard. Pour some more into my cup. Spark